But the longer they're inside, the stranger the unexplained sounds become.
Whoa. I'm afraid so. I am ready.
Yes, we're all ready. Hey, what's up, everybody?
Welcome back.
Back to check out another Nukes top 5.
The top 5.
Yeah, top 5 scary ghost videos that are not for the Screamish.
Is that even a word?
He just
Screamish?
made it. No, he made it a word. Anyways, so 22 minutes, so we're just going to jump right into it.
I don't know where he comes up with these titles.
Let's just check this out.
But I'll give him credit.
Come on now.
He's going to get mad at us now for criticizing his titles.
That's not criticizing. It's alright.
5 ghosts fall on camera. When the walls come tumbling down.
Oh, it sounds like the walls went down.
Paranormal investigators Jordan and Johnny from the YouTube channel Paranormies are back on a new investigation that brings them to an old abandoned train station in Piney, Manitoba, Canada. The Piney train station was closed in the 1960s. In the 1980s, a tormented local man named Dennis drank himself to death in the abandoned Piney train station. Locals believe that his spirit haunts the station to this day. People have seen unexplained shadows in the windows of the train station, and curious explorers who dared to go inside would feel a presence watching them. The Paranormies Jordan and Johnny set out to investigate whether the stories are true. Once inside the Piney train station, the two friends realize just how badly decayed the building is. The roof actually seems like it's about to collapse.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Bang.
Is that upstairs? No, that's outside.
Okay.
That sounded like a piece of the house just busted off. That might be it, because
for 5 seconds, stuff like happening.
Was that a piece of the house or was that you?
Jordan and Johnny aren't sure whether they just captured something paranormal or something might have fallen from the ceiling. But the longer they're inside, the stranger the unexplained sounds become.
Whoa.
Sound like glass shattering.
This time the Paranormies team hears the sound of glass shattering somewhere inside the old train station. But again, they can't quite place where the crash came from. But the next sound they hear is even creepier.
She was saying he's so emotional.
That's footsteps. Matter. That's
Whoa.
footsteps. Cool.
Matter?
I think they went upstairs, weren't they? Are they downstairs still?
Or unless there's another level.
This thing is going off right now.
Still.
Dennis! Dennis!
Whoa.
That's loud, dude.
Every time they say his name, he walks.
Jordan and Johnny hear footsteps coming from right above them on the second floor. However, when they go up to investigate, there's no one there. But the two explorers do find the source of one sound they hear, and it is absolutely terrifying.
What is
All
it?
the, like, the people that are...
The shelf collapses.
Reaction.
What's that?
React.
What's that?
What is it?
What is that? Dude.
Is that the door? The doorknob?
Like right on top.
Hang on.
Zach. Look at it, it's moving. No, it's not.
Oh, that's really bizarre.
And it just stops.
The lock on the door is eerily shaking back and forth on its own. When the investigators get close to the door, the fast-paced rattling mysteriously just stops. Jordan and Johnny decide to do a sensory deprivation session. Jordan covers his eyes and puts headphones in his ears so that the only thing he hears are the answers coming through their spirit box. Meanwhile, Johnny asks questions to the spirit of Dennis that might be haunting the abandoned train station. They get some strange answers, but then something even more shocking happens.
Whoa.
Here.
Here? That was you? You're here? If you can make that noise again.
I heard K2.
If you can make that noise again, I'll check with you too. If you can make that noise again, let us know.
In here.
We'll come over there.
Sweep.
There's like no one there.
No, that's weird.
Noise over there. Fuck.
I
No.
was gonna say I thought I saw.
Did you see it?
I thought I
The
saw.
bizarre silhouette of what looks like the upper half of a person can be seen
Oh, yeah.
slowly forming in the hallway. When Jordan shines his flashlight on the eerie figure, it disappears.
That's
Eventually, the guys decide to set up a Ouija board to communicate
Oh,
with the
Oh,
spirit.
good idea.
It did
Great
not
idea.
go well.
I could see why.
Hands and knees are just shaking.
Did you move? It looked like it's crooked.
Really? No, it's still right over top.
It's right over T, but I thought it was
I'm
straight
sorry,
before.
but please do not mess with this
The light
stuff.
just died?
Or light just died.
Was that you, Dennis? The thing
That's
was
like
fully
pitch
charged.
black and then
Might be using the energy.
with all that mess in there, you get no light.
Whoa.
Dude, get out.
See. Right here, out of here.
It sounded like everything was falling apart.
You grab all this stuff.
The light on their camera dies even though the battery is fully charged. And then the guys have to make a run for it as the station suddenly starts to fall apart all around them. They grab their camera, leave the Ouija board, and just get out of there.
That's
So
crazy.
did the paranormies capture supernatural evidence that
Um,
proves
yeah.
that the tiny train station is haunted? Did they capture the ghost of Dennis's lingering soul on camera? Or is it all just an elaborate hoax? As always,
decide.
You decide. You can watch this full investigation and many more creepy videos over on the YouTube channel, Paranormies.
We'll check their channel.
Caught on camera. This next video was sent to me privately by Nukes Top 5 viewer Mary Therese Bagay from the Philippines. In her email, Mary says that she's a nursing student and that she was at home with her brother recording a demonstration video for her final exam. Then, this happened.
1, 3, go. Okay na? Now that I have introduced myself to the patient, verified the client's... Now that I have introduced
What am I
myself to
looking
the
for?
patient, explained the
Oh,
procedure,
it's-
What are we
and
looking
asked
for
for
here?
his
All I see
consent,
is her talking.
verified the
So,
client's
and then this
identity,
happened.
and provide...
Ano, dun.
Sige pa dito, sige na. O, tara.
The
1,
light
2,
went
3, go.
out,
Now
flickered.
that I have
Yeah.
introduced
But
myself
that's
to the
not really
patient,
anything major.
now that I have introduced myself to the patient,
Whoa. Back.
The light flickers for a second, and then just off screen, the closet door forcefully slams open on its own, scaring Mary and her brother so much that they run from the room. In a follow-up video, Mary shows the closet that burst open, and the story gets truly bizarre.
so this is where it all began, and this is the cabinet. And I'm actually very afraid to touch it or open it. I'm very sorry for the mess. So as you can see, this cabinet is full of clothes, and no
Just
person
really
can
sorry.
actually, oh my gosh, fit inside here. And this is where my brother stood, and this is the light switch. So my brother was videotaping me, filming here. I was standing
Something else
here,
gonna happen now.
and my brother was standing here. And the
Like the
lights
drawer will
actually
open
started
there.
to flicker before the cabinet opened.
Keep thinking of something else
And
gonna
actually
happen
before that we were actually experiencing weird things. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, I'm very scared.
here. You hear something?
But
I
this
heard
is
something.
what it
I
looks
don't know
like
if it was
inside.
her or someone else.
Tabi-tabi po. No person can actually fit inside here. It was actually me and my brother
I don't know
inside
what we're
this
looking
room.
for. I
And
don't
right
see
now I'm not
anything.
sleeping inside
He
this
said
room.
something, but
I'm
Oh.
sleeping in my parents' room.
there's nothing.
Mary explains that she's
Oh.
now too scared to sleep in her own room. And maybe she should be. Because during the recording of her follow-up video, a strange voice can be
That's what I
heard.
thought I heard something.
And actually before that we were actually experiencing weird things.
Whoa.
Now,
See,
Mary
that's
has a
what I thought.
YouTube channel, but her videos are entirely dedicated to her nursing education and have nothing at all to do with the paranormal. Furthermore, Mary says that she's always been a skeptic, and before these videos, nothing paranormal had ever happened in her home. As for me,
That's weird.
personally, I'd have to say that she genuinely looks terrified in this clip. But what do you think? What remains?
We'll talk about
Urban
that.
explorer Christopher Hill from the YouTube channel Urbex Hill
Oh, we've
travels
heard
to
of
the
him,
city
yeah.
of Warren, Ohio to explore the long-abandoned St. Joseph Riverside Hospital. The sprawling medical facility was established in the 1960s, and as with any old hospital, thousands of patients passed away inside its walls. Many people believe that some of those patients never left. Because, you see, the St. Joseph Riverside Hospital is said to be extremely haunted. Chris enters the old decaying building, and as he explores the hospital's cluttered hallways and rotting rooms, he captures some very strange sounds.
Oh, Neil, you're in there by yourself.
Should be like 10 of you in there.
You're not really going by himself.
Whoa. Whoa. That was loud.
Should I see somebody over there?
That was definitely a girl.
I thought it was a
It
man.
kind of sounded like it was humming.
Later, and on a completely different floor, he hears something again.
Dude, go home. Why are you there? Whoa. That's creepy.
Why would you stick around at this point?
That was a girl laughing.
Do you think?
Now, I'm not sure exactly what these odd sounds could be. Obviously, it might be anything from animals inside the hospital to just some very odd buildings settling noises.
That
Or
is-
possibly even something paranormal. But either way, Chris just shrugs it off and completes his exploration throughout the entire St. Joseph Hospital. But later on, after Chris uploads his video, observant YouTube viewers spot something that Chris didn't even notice. Something downright chilling.
Chilling.
Probably gonna walk right past something.
Probably. Oh, I thought it was something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, it's flooded.
Did you see it?
No.
It's very easy to miss, but what appears to be a hand or arm can be seen quickly
yeah.
disappearing behind a door frame. Chris has no idea what he's just captured and passes right by the door and continues on to explore the flooded rooms down the hallway. So just what is this? Could it simply be a squatter who is living in the old deserted building?
What is
Or could it be one of the spirits that roam the old hospital hallways? Let me know what you think.
I don't know. That's creepy.
You can
either
watch
way.
this entire video and many more explorations of creepy abandoned buildings.
It is
over on the
could
YouTube
just be a
channel,
homeless person,
Urbex
but you never
Hill.
know.
Why would a homeless
If you see
person
a video that you think would be perfect for the top 5, or if you have a ghost hunting channel and you caught
Just live in this
something great,
creepy
contact
place
me
like,
at
yeah,
nukes.5@gmail.com. Meanwhile, on TikTok.
Oh, another TikTok.
TikTok user DinoNugget741 claims that ever since he saw a, quote, voodoo lady in New Orleans 7 years ago, that something followed him home, and that the entity has not left him alone ever since. He says that the mysterious spirit even follows him when he moves to a new house. He
Wow.
records his terrifying experiences and posts them to TikTok.
Oh, I've seen
One
this.
night, in
This is
an
one
attempt
was.
to cleanse his
they
brand
showed
new
you
home in
some of
Colorado with sage,
I
TikTok
forget.
user
It's been a
captures
long time.
something absolutely horrifying.
Oh, okay. Okay, wait a minute. I think I know what this is.
You're first of all, you're not supposed to burn sage. I don't believe.
Yeah, that makes the people mad.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid, man.
Okay, I think I remember this.
Come on out, man.
What is that on the bottom?
Oh,
Is that what he saw?
no. I forget what happens.
I remember seeing it. Oh yeah, that's right. Remember the woman crying?
As he
Whoa.
opens the door to the basement, basement, a dark figure can be seen standing
Oh, I
at the
didn't see
bottom of
that
the
one.
staircase, just kind of staring up at him. When he turns on the light, the figure disappears out of sight. He checks out the basement, but there's no one there.
That's creepy.
Then strangely, he hears the voice of what sounds like a laughing woman from upstairs, and the door slams shut. So is it real? Or is this bizarre haunting just an elaborate hoax?
Just
Decide.
staring.
If that's a
You can
hoax,
check
that's a
out more
pretty
of his
good one.
paranormal encounters over on his
I've seen
TikTok
that guy
page
on
and
TikTok.
YouTube channel, Dino Nuggets 741.
So I keep seeing comments saying that the original video is on Nukes Top 5s. If somebody has the link to that, could you please send it to me? Because I can't seem to find it.
TikTok user Dom Matigan says that his family home in Chicago was built in
I follow this
1929,
guy too.
and that the original owner, a man named Richard Spencer, took his own life after he suffered financial ruin during the Great Depression. For years, Dom and his family have heard the strange sounds of footsteps, knocking, and even banging inside their home. The family believes that the ghost of Richard Spencer haunts the home. One night around 11 p.m., Dom is home alone when suddenly the angry ghost makes a terrifying return. Dom grabs his phone and starts to record.
Okay, so
Oh my
I'm
god.
really home alone.
Like loud
Listen to
bang
how
on the door,
loud and aggressive it is.
and there's nobody there.
Kind of sounds like, you know, a police officer like banging on your door. That's what it sounded
That's
like.
why we're moving.
Now, obviously, Dom doesn't seem to be frightened at all by the incident. But Dom explained that he's heard the banging so many times now that it doesn't even really scare him anymore. Weeks later, it happens again, and Dom is ready.
So we're back in the house, and every few seconds there's another. Get the f*** out of here. Get the f*** out of here.
He runs toward the door and opens it, but again, no one there. Intrigued TikTok viewers wonder what would happen if Dom started to knock back. Another night, and Dom decides to test it out.
Wait, so I'm trying
Oh,
to get
there
ready
it is
for
again.
bed.
Let's see what happens.
And there's another one.
Nobody there. He's killing
No
me.
one's been asking me to try and knock back.
Whoa.
It wasn't a clue.
You
Dom steps outside and knocks on the door himself, but the response actually comes from the closet door next to him. These days, Dom says that instead of being scared by the haunting, it has actually started to become a tiring nuisance. Dom is currently making plans to move to a new house. So is Dom's family home haunted by an angry ghost? You decide.
That's funny. He's like not
You
even
can find
afraid
more
of the
his
guy.
paranormal experiences
He's like,
over on the
get
YouTube
out of
channel,
here.
Dom Matigan. So last week I featured the story of Maddie Bark, who believes that a dark entity followed her home after she went on a paranormal investigation at a cemetery.
Oh my god. Why did you go?
Maddie? Maddie? Oh my god.
What is that?
Maddie?
What is
Oh my
that?
god. Did you see?
What is that?
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
Maddie says that she often sees a creepy translucent figure on the property around her home, seemingly getting closer and closer to the house. Since the video, Maddie went on a TikTok live stream ghost investigation in her own backyard in an attempt to capture the bizarre figure again. Her live stream viewers are shocked when they see something that Maddie just can't see.
So these are the trees that keeps getting foggy.
It's a pretty big flashlight.
And it's actually kind of clear.
And camera.
Obviously, you can't see the
Yeah.
sky, but
Can't see anything.
it's like super clear.
Whoa, what was that?
The same strange pale translucent apparition seems to appear right in front of Maddie. But what do you think? You can follow
That's what it
Maddie's
looked like
paranormal
anyway.
experiences over on her YouTube
Maddie
channel and
Bark.
TikTok page, Maddie Bark. The Red House.
Right out.
Paranormal investigator Kevin Barranco from the YouTube channel Archivo Extinto travels to Guadalajara, Mexico to explore the historic La Casa Colorada, which translates to the Red House. The house was built in 1923 and for years functioned as military barracks before becoming a hospital. The hospital was eventually closed down and the property was left empty and abandoned. Stories circulated that the remote and secluded location became a place where cults performed dark rituals.
Oh no.
Curious visitors claim to have seen witches, demons, and the skeletal female figure of Santa Muerte, a Mexican saint who is said to wear a long cloak and be the personification of death itself.
Oh my god.
Kevin is joined by his friends as they explore the
Hey,
creepy
at least he didn't go
location.
by himself.
But the group begins to get a little nervous when they hear odd noises
Oh good, it's a
coming
group of
from
them.
all around them.
Ay, joder.
Whoa.
No mames, se escuchó un ruido de acá de este lado.
¿Dónde fue? ¿Dónde fue? Ay, cabrón. Tranquilos, tranquilos, tranquilos.
Excuse me.
Tranquilos, tranquilos.
No sé exactamente en qué parte, pero...
Ay, güey.
The group finds strange symbols and words
Oh
written
my
on the
God.
walls inside the structure, both in Spanish and oddly in English too. And again, they hear something.
Sí, esto es bastante interesante. Es una palabra en inglés que no voy a mencionar en estos momentos por cuestiones de
It's in
protección
English
hacia
so
nosotros.
we can remain protected.
Pero dentro de las palabras dentro de esta palabra hay un nombre muy acá se escucha.
Sí, bien cabrón.
Oye, ¿lo escucharon? ¿Escuchaste?
Bien clarito, güey. No sé si la cámara lo captó.
The camera seems to capture the sound of an unexplained deep breath coming from somewhere in the darkness.
Oh yeah.
That's weird.
As they continue investigating the writing on the walls, they capture something downright chilling.
Done.
Por todas las paredes hay
Over the walls.
frases, no sé, quizás unas por vandalismo, otras por sectas. La verdad es que no desconocemos el significado y la
Thing
verdad es que
gonna happen?
no queremos saber
I haven't seen anything.
Me neither.
sobre ello.
Aquí hace mucho frío, ¿eh?
Sí,
What the heck was
hace
that?
bastante.
I
What
could
appears to be a cloaked figure can be seen walking
yeah.
inside the structure, but the Archivo Extinto team are completely unaware of what they have just captured. So could it be that Kevin and his team captured the apparition of Santa Muerte, the cloaked lady of death? Let me know what you think down in the comments. You can watch this full, scary 3-part investigation over on the YouTube channel, Archivo Extinto. Thanks for watching. Follow me on
Alright, that's
Instagram
it.
here.
Wow, that was just shocking. I mean, like,
Creepy. Like that lady with the apparition comes up to her door, like you could see that would be really nerve wracking seeing something like that.
that didn't even look human. Like, as soon as like it backed away from the door, like it looked like a creature.
Yeah, it didn't look real.
And that's what a lot of, well, at least according to some of the paranormal shows I watch, supposedly, a demon pretends to be a child or pretends to be someone else. That's what they do. They transform into a human, and that's what it looked like it did. Like it looked like it went from a girl to like this creature, and that was pretty creepy. Hopefully, that woman found a way to get rid of it, or she moved out, one or the other. And then same thing. I like the guy with the knocking and stuff because like he's actually pretty cool. Like he's not afraid of it at all.
Yeah.
Cause like as soon as he knocks, he's like really, and then like he opens the door.
Yeah, so well, that's because it was a family home and it's been happening for so long. I guess if something happened to you, if someone's knocking at your door all the time for whatever 30, 40 years, after a while you just get used to it. Like it's just one of those things.
I'm surprised like they haven't captured like anything else about this spirit or whoever it is, and all it is just knocking. Like there's no other evidence.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's just pretty funny like how he's not afraid. Like he's like get out of here, and then like, he knocks on the door, and it comes like right next to him, and then he opens it, he's like, get out. He's like, leave. And then,
Yeah.
so clearly he's not afraid of the spirit at all, which is, so he's actually one of the brave paranormal investigators.
So those guys were up in with that little train station that was supposedly haunted.
Yeah, that one was very.
Yeah, that was really creepy. I wouldn't have gone in there. Yeah, but once they, the person then bringing a Ouija board, and there's only two of them. It's like, this place is really run down. It's like, it's falling apart. I kind of give them credit for going in the beginning. I wouldn't have gone in there. And
especially it was just them two, like.
Yeah.
And then, but the odd thing is when they kept saying the name Dennis, which obviously is the guy that killed himself.
Mm.
Every time they kept saying Dennis, like things would start happening. Like they heard the walking upstairs, then they heard things getting thrown, shattered. But as soon as they play with the Ouija board, which is very dangerous, that's when things get really
I wouldn't.
bad.
You don't bring that to like a haunted place. I don't know. I don't think it's a very good idea.
And especially that he said that the structure inside the building was collapsing. So clearly, whatever they did made something really mad.
Yeah, and those cold glass shining things falling. It's like, and then they thought they saw something. So I don't know. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, and then you have the guy by himself in the middle of a hospital.
And you're like, oh, why would you go there by yourself in the middle? And you hear like growling and weird noise. I wouldn't even step foot in a place like that by myself. Don't run down. And I mean,
I'm surprised he went through the entire building.
I couldn't believe the guy said he stuck it out once and through the entire thing. Even though there was things right in front of me, you didn't even notice they were there.
Pretty brave.
Yeah, I gotta say that are really stupid. He just didn't investigate it that well. Otherwise, he probably would have seen some of the stuff and would have been out of there. But
yeah,
that was another good one. I always like stuff like that where it's hard to tell if it's fake or not. Like the nurse in the Philippines, I don't know if that's anything really scary. I mean,
because the guy said like nothing paranormal has happened in this person's home up until that. So it makes me like skeptic, like okay, it could have just been her brother off camera using his hand to open the door.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. I mean, she looks scared. Who knows? It was hard to tell what it.
Or it could have all just been an act. Yeah. And if it was an act, then that's actually pretty good.
Yeah, if some of these, if these are hoaxes, like the guy banging on the door and stuff like that, if they're hoax, I think that's really well done.
Oh, and then finally we have the guy who went down in the basement on TikTok and saw the figure standing right at him down the stairs and just walked away. And then he heard, I don't know if the woman was crying or laughing or whatever.
I thought she was crying.
At first it sounded like she was crying downstairs, but then he heard her upstairs laughing, and then she shut the door.
Yeah, that was crazy. He's got a lot of videos on TikTok. I've seen some of his videos.
Yeah, he was showing me the other. I forgot all about who it was.
There's one that shows it looks like someone passing. You can hear a woman laughing, and then something passing in front of the doorway, but there's nobody supposedly there. I thought that was pretty crazy.
Yeah, hopefully that guy moved out or did something to get rid of it. That's creepy though.
Yeah, it's really kind of crazy and creepy.
Yeah.
So I think that's going to do it for this video. If you guys...
Another creepy one.
Yeah, if you guys have any thoughts or comments about this video, put them on down below. Or if you have any more requests, put them down there as well. And as always, appreciate you guys tuning in to check out our video. So I want you to hit that like and subscribe.
Until next time.